Hey guys, we're going to do a reading. Now today was big revelation, and look at what somebody gifted me. This is the Ruth Bader Ginsburg Tarot Justice shirt. And she probably wasn't even thinking necessarily about the University of Idaho murders. But here we are. Let's talk about some things. We know some big news dropped. Bombshells. Now, some things were a bombshell for me, but in different ways. Sometimes, when you do readings, you get various confirmations. I put a few things in the community, and that's why hindsight's 2020. This is why I like to record things. This is why, I like to put it out there. But there are some things here that were confirmation that were pretty freaking wild. That sometimes I got to sit there and go, oh my Lord. Okay? Now, before we talk about it, there's some things here. Now, you guys know I threw in, per some of your guys' requests and emails, I did a read on Jack DeCur. I said everything was innocent to me, right? I looked at the roommates. I said these girls are innocent. Now, nothing popped up that somebody witnessed, but we have all questioned how they cannot hear something, but it's looking like Dylan witnessed something. But one thing I did drop knowledge in that video, if you guys watch, it's all there. When I talk about the roommates, I said they were innocent from one, and there were people that were questioning it. I'm going to have a glass of wine tonight. Do you guys mind? Okay. But the other thing, what I said in that video is those roommates were in seclusion. They were being protected. Okay? I knew that. Notice they weren't out and about. You didn't see them. You didn't see them interviewing. There was a letter written, like, read at a certain thing. But they were not out and about. But everything came up. If you watch that read, they are protecting these roommates. They do not want the person who did this to find them. Okay? Now we got a little better knowledge. Why? Now, what I did is I went in methodically Virgo moon. Because sometimes, and I'll tell you, this one, my keywords I actually forgot about. And I know this, I do, I don't know, roughly my paid reads, I probably do about 600 a year, give or take. And then that doesn't include the free or YouTube or anything I do. This is this read, this was in University of Idaho murders was a killer driving the white sedan. I want you guys to listen to this. At 52:06, watch what I say. Watch me.
But I'm kind of...
White sedan video.
Like there is
listen to my keywords.
T in Boise. There's something with T. Let's leave it at that. Okay. But I'm being directed to a Boise. Hold on 1 second.
Now, I was kind of all over.
I could do good with maps, guys, but
listen.
It's tricky. See, listen. I don't always know. What are the guides seeing? What is the higher self seeing?
Watch.
412. Hold on.
Listen.
Okay, so is there a highway 412?
See, 412. 412. 412. 412. Now watch this, because there's something that came out. A lot of times we were fixed on 3 a.m. 3 a.m. calls stop. And they were thinking between 3 and 5 the murders. Now tonight, there's mention that somebody heard the dog barking at about 4:17, but tonight there's a good channel. Hold on, let me find her. Where is she? Girl! Give me a moment. Sometimes it has to reboot. It's okay, I can go find her channel if it's not showing. Give me a moment. Oh, maybe it's up because... Hold on, give me a moment. There she is. There is a channel on here, and this lady's pretty good. She's a true crime person. You probably heard of her. Plunder. Watch this. Watch this. I just about floored because I happened to accidentally stumble upon, because I had a little time. I was going back over some of my old videos. I completely forgot about that, as I've done many reads on the case. I had completely forgot about that keyword moment when I was sitting there and channeling some stuff. As a matter of fact, I felt like they may have drove through Montana, but 412. This is Plunder. Just listen to her. Hope she doesn't mind me borrowing her stuff here. She does a very good job. I respect Plunder a lot in the true crime. She's got her thing. Watch her. She's always very, very knowledgeable and gets true information out. Listen.
And I believe we were led to believe that both surviving roommates were on the first floor. That's one of the reasons people assumed that Dylan and Bethany heard nothing and saw nothing. They believed the whole crime took place on the second and third
They had
floor.
to keep it quiet.
Oh my goodness. This affidavit is pretty sad. We will also learn that Zaina received a DoorDash order at 4 a.m. And at that time, it appears the suspect's vehicle, Bryan's vehicle, had been, darting around the area. Just imagine that DoorDash driver just walking away with his or her life, because Bryan apparently seemed to wait perhaps until 4 a.m. or later to commit these crimes. They weren't likely committed between 3 and 4 a.m. like we thought. There's so many things. The fact that Dylan was on the second floor. You'll see, according to the affidavit, that Dylan said she went to sleep in her bedroom on the southeast side of the second floor. Dylan woke up at about 4 a.m. She thought she heard Kaylee playing with her dog in one of the upstairs bedrooms. So she's on 2. She could hear something going on above her head. Maybe that was the perpetrator taking Murphy the dog away, or maybe Murphy was there trying to save, Kaylee. A short time later, Dylan thought she heard someone that was Kaylee say something like, "There's someone here." It's so chilling. Cops think, okay, maybe that might have been Zaina on her TikTok app at about 4:12 a.m. because they saw activity on there. We don't know if it was the perpetrator messing with...
There we go. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? The video where I talk about the white sedan, that's when I do the read. I do my read, I do my tarot, and I'm like 412, 412. I wasn't sure, is it a highway, is it this, that? I don't always know why I get what I get, but I know it's meaningful. That is dead on to when Xana apparently is maybe on TikTok. But apparently, whatever, we don't know about all this, right? Okay, 4:12 a.m. to the letter, Xana. So it's looking like now. So maybe this speeding, this Elantra, he was circulating for a little bit there. Okay, it's some very serious stuff that drops today. And stuff. And like I said, when I do, if you guys watch my roommate video, I told you that I felt that these roommates, both of them though, not just Dylan, both of them were being kept back and secluded. Okay, it was important. Now, there's also other things. There's some other knowledge I drop. I'm going to, let's just, like I said, I'm not trying to prove a point like, oh, look at me. It's not that. These are important facts that we need to consider what's going on. Okay, but that fact, that's dead on, guys. That's dead the fuck on. Okay, but I think I'm going to need my phone for this because I put it in the comments. I'm trying to remind myself because I was going through methodically. Let's dice it up. Actually, I think I could do it. Give me a moment. Maybe I don't need it. Yeah, because I've got the things right here. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, we don't know. Give me a moment. It be better if a leather I believe this is the one. Hold on. Limited carry options. Okay, this is now. There is rumor. Okay, that well, it's not rumor. Actually, sorry. Somebody saw somebody leaving the house, and it looked like they had a mask on. Now, this is the one where I do the video about Xana and Ethan. And it looks like 5:16. Hopefully this clicks. Oh, maybe why is it not blue? It's okay. That's okay, dude. It's all right. We'll just...
Let's kind of focus.
That's okay. I can get it to 5:16. No problem.
Yeah, somebody got some DNA or something. This is one of those reads that you got to go in shifts and angles. You can't...
This is the one Xana and Ethan. Listen.
One whole read, but this is one you got to look at. Now, I do want to answer a question. I keep forgetting to answer it. I forgot to answer it in the chat.
Listen about my fool part, though. This is important.
I don't believe this is a serial killer, and I'm going to show you why. Give me a moment. Actually, let me show it with the big one, so you can see the detail.
This is important still.
I'm going to show you why. This is going to go back to read 1.
We'll talk about the rest.
I like to call ground zero the very first read.
Yes.
And you never want to read the same question, or it's going to be gibberish. That's why if you're going to do something like this, ask different questions, different angles, then tarot will answer to the best of its ability. And always, like I tell you guys, the layout is always correct. It's a matter of interpreting it.
Yes.
Tarot is not wrong. Readers are. So
Yes.
do my best to interpret.
It's always
to the
our
best of my
fault.
ability.
It's never the spirit of the cards.
You know, and it's not easy, but the cards are always right. You'll see that whenever this killer gets caught, somewhere, someday, some way. Okay. I'm hoping before the end of Christmas, like the one read I did, before I kind of took a break and
Now, I was still. I just want to say
there was a
before
Santa
I
Claus in
state
there, so
this,
at
I
least
was.
find the-
I was having a little bit, I was feeling Christmas because some Santa stuff was coming in another read. But then when I do the Chief Fry read, I felt real good about it. Okay, so just, just that. There was 2 times there was some Christmas energy. Okay? But anyway.
The correct car, or maybe have some, announcement.
And then
of an
both,
arrest
the
or
car
something.
and the son of a
Though
bitch
I
are caught.
know an arrest, and we're taking a minute to get to this card, is not looking very good.
I wasn't feeling good
Let's
at the
be
moment
hopeful.
till we got to the
Let's set our
second one.
intent, okay,
But
to
it
the
was
best
still
of our
coming up.
ability. I'm sure pulling up a lot of upside down cards here, or reverse, I should say. I don't like that word. I want to show you the very first card. For those who may not know, there it is. This is the very, very first card I ever pulled, Ground Zero, the Fool.
In case you missed this is important.
Now, I know, it's like,
Very.
how do you know with the Fool card that it can't be somebody that's done it before, at least to humans? The Fool card very often is new beginnings. Okay, that's one thing. Leaping, jumping into the abyss. First timer. Okay, now this Fool card, and he's not the most attractive. He doesn't look carefree like the Rider-Waite one, which is, which can be really the wise man, and all those glamorous things that tarot readers will talk about the Fool. But the Fool is always the person. If you're reading tarot, you're the Fool. The journey is endless. That's really zero. Ground zero, right? That's what it's represented. 0. Okay, it has no number. Really to represent even the infinite. But the Fool in thought is just a little bit different. He's also got a little bit of that green man kind of energy. He's got some little horns. He's not the most attractive when you look at the face. It's kind of creepy, right? Let me kind of show you there. He leaps with both feet, which is a little different. Let me show you. Yeah. I like to educate you guys. Some people, you guys say you appreciate that. That's great. Because it's good. The more knowledge you have, you'll understand what I'm saying. That's why I don't just give very vague.
I'm always trying to educate you guys.
I'm not an intuitive reader. In a sense, yes, I'm using intuition. What I mean
Oh,
by
good.
that
I
is,
do. Okay.
I'm a Capricorn, so structure and the meaning of the cards are important. I'm not one of those I read intuitively by pictures and all that.
I'll get to it. Hold on. You'll hear what I say. But yes, I don't. It's important as a tarot reader, just as tarot has been a subject, thanks to Ashley as God and all this other stuff. For those who really, respect the art, true to the art, and so forth, one thing I try to, it really express to you tarot readers that are out there that maybe you're learning, maybe you've done it longer than me. I'm always open to that. But just getting down a foundation is good. I'm a Capricorn. Saturn, Capricorn, a structure, foundation. You want to have something. But one thing about tarot, I always like to say there are no rules in tarot. Because in this sense, I have to say that we don't want to put limitations on tarot. But we don't want to sloppy tarot it either. Okay? We don't want to do that either. I think if a person goes, okay, I'm going to go in, there are no limitations and everything, that I would much rather them go in that than thinking that everything is so totally fixed that somebody is left braining tarot to death. Because, hold on, I got an itch on my back. That's not a good idea either. You don't want to go too hard left brain, but you don't want to go too hard right brain when you do tarot. You want to have a balance. Justice, Libra, balance, okay? It's important. If you balance it, okay, I've got my foundation. I understand there's kind of some structure and everything, but at the same time, I'm not going to, I'm going to go a little bit, and there are no rules. It's okay to color outside of the lines of tarot. It's okay to color outside the lines and play with some of the art. That's important too. But just don't remove the lines. Totally. Okay? It makes it difficult. It can't be just a total, this is the way I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go back. What I'm saying here, and I'm dropping my knowledge to teach you guys. But at the same time, talk about a serious crime that happened.
I personally like both. I know there are no rules in tarot. I am one of those who will say that.
There it is.
I do not like to put any kind of restrictions, but the foundation is important. That is what I'm going to say. Now, look at this Fool card. Much more attractive.
I'm trying to explain why
notice he's got
first
one up.
timer.
He's on the edge. Okay, and you don't know, is he going to walk off the cliff? He also has a dog.
He did.
Okay, he has a dog, pretty much in most depictions. But the dog is always his common sense. He's like, what are you doing? What are you about? You're about to go off a cliff. I always say this, kind of his common sense. But he's trusting the spirit. He's just looking up. It doesn't matter. No matter what, live or die, the journey is endless. I'll come back again. But he's just, what are you doing? And everything, he's just basked in the sun. But we've also got the snow mountains back there too. We've got all the elements in here. But it's just got a little bag on him. Okay, but notice, he hasn't walked off the cliff yet necessarily. Maybe he'll stop. You never know what he's going to do. It's crazy.
Except the thought was
really,
what we read.
If I just want to go ahead and just give a moment here. When we sit here and we're in this world, facing the unknown is what we are doing. Do you know really what's going to happen tomorrow?
This is important. Just a life lesson for everybody.
Maybe you're going to go into work.
Just everybody.
Maybe you're going to go work at the gym.
It's your life lesson.
Maybe you're going to go visit somebody because, we're dealing with the holidays. You know that Christmas is coming. You know a little bit, but you're still facing a lot of unknown things. Anything can happen, right? And even us readers, where we can do predictions, we can get some ideas, glimmers, see some things to maybe help guide other people. Awesome. Thank God we can. But, still, no matter what, we're facing the unknown. We're trying to make known what we can. But there's still a lot of unknown. So it's, no matter what, life is an adventure. The journey is endless. Okay, this Fool card, look at the feet. He's jumped. He just
That's
said,
the one we read with.
He is, maybe...
Eyes like this.
Into the abyss, the unknown, the void, whatever it may be. And he's got this kind of, looks like a little tiger gnawing at him. Remember, Crowley's art's very different, and he's a different me. Okay, he's just like, let's just jump in. Where other people, I guess, if I was going to talk to Crowley, I'd be like, fools rush in where angels fear to tread, but he didn't give a shit. Okay, he, when it came to magic, they're do what thou will, let that be the whole of the law. Okay, and so, that's just the way he is. And so anyway, so this fool is just jumping in. Okay, but he's a first timer. You do this one time and then you're in, right? Okay, so I'm pretty sure, as that's the very first card, that whoever did this may have thought about doing some things before, fantasized, could maybe for years. But this is no serial killer. This is a first timer at this. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, as I give that explanation, then you kind of understand. So I know some people have kind of come up with, well, there were some other murders in other states, and it happened on the 13th. I know. I get you guys. I understand that. But looking at that, I'm pretty sure that's not what happened, and I'm pretty sure it's somebody who, at least knew her. She's crossed paths. She probably knew of them. Now, at the moment, when all this goes down, I'm suspecting we probably have our face covered. I have a feeling maybe they didn't know who did it, who was behind all this. But I'm pretty sure, just as I did the read on the last one, I rolled one twice. I'm pretty sure it's one person. Okay, pretty sure. But we're still going to look at this frat angle.
Okay,
we're still going to...
I was still open to the frat angle, but do you see what I said? One person, first timer, and they had their face covered. It's all right there, guys. And I wanted to show you 412. Keywords are very important as a reader. So some of you that are, like, say, this is why I put, there are several reasons I want to point some things out. Some of you that are readers, yes, we can get information. Keywords can be very powerful to point in a direction. Hey, I don't know if people sent my stuff to cops. I'm just saying. You never know. This is why I put it on YouTube. Somebody may forward my stuff, or maybe I will. But certain things can point. The fact that Xana, you saw Plunder, what she said, apparently maybe somewhere in there is some TikTok, which I don't know if that was pulled or what going on. She said 4:12 a.m. and I said 4:12. Okay, 4:12. There's a little bit more. Let's look at a couple more minutes of Plunder. I don't want to play too much. I certainly don't want to be claimed by Plunder. Okay, but let's just go ahead and look at just a little bit more what they have to say. You are welcome. It's a good channel. She does a good job.
Lose weight with our biggest and best offer of
I know.
the year.
I'm
Get 50%
learning
off
too,
a
guys.
monthly deal.
Sometimes
50%
hindsight
off
is
of
2020.
shakes and a free shaker bottle.
Okay, hindsight is
Bedroom
2020.
Several times, but she didn't see anything when she heard that comment about someone being in the house. She opened her bedroom door a second time when she thought she heard crying coming out of Xana's room. Dylan said she heard a male voice say something to the effect of, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." So I'm wondering if that was Bryan. Was that Ethan? Stuff going on in the house was so loud that even the next door house, we've seen photos of that one house in the press, picked up a distorted audio of what sounded like voices or a whimper followed by a loud thud. And a dog can be heard barking numerous times starting at 4:17 a.m.
4:17.
And that camera is less than 50 feet away from the west wall of Xana's bedroom.
It's crazy
so
stuff,
even
guys.
though we've heard these rumblings, we see what has come to fruition, what is true. We heard the rumors about Dylan possibly being awake. We heard the rumors about Dylan possibly have seen this masked man who just walked right past her
There
towards
it
the
is.
sliding glass door, which is probably how he exited.
Just now.
And locking herself in her room and just being in shock. And that appears to have been true. But all the other things we may have assumed, like the roommates who survived only being on the first floor, people kept saying, "Oh, how did they not hear anything?"
Interview. Hi. So there were other.
Let me just go ahead and stop there. I like you, like many of us, and I've got a whole video, I had, a hard time understanding that. The only thing I could really get when I do the reading with the roommates, they were innocent. I gave you guys. And matter of fact, I could probably just drop knowledge here. Let's go back to it just for a moment. Like I said, sometimes hindsight is 2020. Focus on roommates and more. Let's just look at a couple moments. I don't want to do the whole thing. You can always watch it.
Hey guys, so we're going to go ahead and do a reading.
And
Death.
Here we
It's
go.
gotta be the
Ruin
invective,
and
it's
death
gotta
are
be
the
very,
very first cards.
startling
For the roommates.
What's realized, okay?
It's
There's
just
got to be some realization.
somewhere there they realized it, right?
I'm going into the hidden area. What we've got there.
This is hidden area.
Okay, so we've got the change card. I can look at that as two roommates. We do have the gain card. This is Nine of Pentacles. Don't worry about the word gain. I'm going to sit with it for a minute.
Now, sometimes when I've done missing person or criminal, like for instance Johnny Depp, gain reputation back. There were people that were coming it pretty hard, especially the Dylan one. So inevitably would gain, okay, this is an innocent kid. This isn't somebody who committed a crime. Now, unless you go to Ashley's as God's channel or some wacko who still wants to, this is the thing that is really frustrating. There can be those, and I know they exist. I've seen them come in my group before, that they don't want to admit they're wrong. The ego kicks in, that they try to twist the narrative. I saw it in the Heidi Broussard case. The fiance I always believed was innocent. Okay, and it ended up being just as I said, guys. Like I said, if you go into my group and if anybody wants to search, you can pull up my old videos. I didn't do it on YouTube because I wasn't doing this stuff on YouTube yet. This is years ago. This is before I started getting active with doing readings around George Floyd. That's when I said it's time to get on YouTube. Okay, but anyway, the Heidi Broussard case, which I felt it was somebody faking a pregnancy, someone with a barren womb, someone who befriended her. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was a little shocked. It was a 10-year friendship, but I knew it wasn't the fiance, and I knew it was somebody faking a pregnancy, and knew it was somebody with a barren womb. There's a whole story, whatever. I've told you guys that a couple times. So anyway, the point is, the poor fiance, he got the son. You're going to see I'll play it enough so you guys see the son. I'm sure there is going to be, though. Oh, this is my point. Even after it was found, it was the best friend of 10 years, faking a pregnancy, that killed Heidi Broussard and took her baby. Okay, because immediately when I saw a bit of the article, somebody posted in my group, before I even threw cards, I said, somebody want to steal that baby. This is what it's all about, right there. And then I sat, here it was, and it all came down. Okay, but anyway, no matter. The son came up for the fiance. Everybody on social media, luckily that case did not take too long. Or, but he got dragged hard. Everybody believed it was him. When he interviewed, he would be like this. He didn't look in the camera. He's probably freaking out. Okay, not only this girlfriend, fiance, but his baby is gone. Okay, and, but even after the woman was caught, arrested, Heidi Broussard's body is in the trunk of her car, and she's got a baby in the house. Her baby. Heidi's baby. There were still people, because they don't want to admit they're wrong, trying to twist the fiance in the story, in the narrative somehow. Okay, so this, and I know people, can be that way. And it's like, come on, man, just because you want to make it that way doesn't make it true, and stuff. So, just like I said, with Hoodie Guy, I was very concerned. The behavior concerned me. I have always been straight with you. But even when I'm doing that, I'm still trying to read. I even let's look at other angles. I'm still open. Let's look at other angles, because let's try to see what's going on. What are their messages? When I read the Jack DeCur, because other people, let's look at Jack DeCur. Other people, I kind of put it out there. Certain things are coming down. It's not him. I'm just not feeling it. This is somebody who wanted to marry this girl, not kill her. Okay? It was completely different vibe that I got. But of course I'm going to question things. Like the one photo I put in the community. I don't know if I trust this Jack DeCirby in the photo. It was so many weird things, guys. Because everybody's trying to manipulate, and play with the story. It was ridiculous. Including the killer. Okay? Including this Bryan. But anyway, just watch a couple minutes.
Other meanings to the Nine of Pentacles. And then we got the Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords is normally an older
the protector.
Woman. It's not the roommates. It can't be the roommates. Typically an older woman.
Probably a cop. A female cop. They probably assigned her. I bet.
We've got the sword turned down. Let me just go ahead and think here.
Gain the reputation. Because they were getting dragged too, guys. People were accusing...
Nine of Pentacles very often shows a woman, she has self-love, self-confidence, sense of self-worth. She's, having kind of the inflow of abundance. Normally in a good
They
place.
felt good about themselves. They weren't jealous.
About that Queen of Swords, she's kind of holding the head and everything of her enemy.
Anybody comes near those girls, she was going to take him out.
I'm having a hard time feeling that the Queen of Swords could be a roommate.
No way.
For that.
No way.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. The Four of Cups energy, I know it can be sometimes maybe, ignoring some things, pushing away some things.
Now, this could, could there have been like, there's all kinds of stuff we could probably get from Four of Cups. Let me speed it up a little bit. I want to get to that sun part. Let's just speed it up. Just speed it up a little bit. Because you can watch, if you want to watch the whole thing, go for it.
What if one of the roommates that was in the below was the target? Okay.
I don't think it was. I'm saying what the cops.
But
they want to put him in safe.
Law enforcement saying just in case, because we're flushing this out. What if one of them was? Okay. The sun represents innocence.
There you go.
That is what the crown spirit is trying to say. The roommates had nothing to do with it. Okay. But one of the things Spirit does seem to be making me kind of feel a little bit there is that this person may have kind of wedged in there, got in there a little earlier than maybe some people suspect. It's possible.
Now, the thing is, what it could be, maybe what I was feeling, the driving around, the circulating, the doing stuff, maybe that's what it was. Because he definitely was carousing Maybe that's why I felt the need to say that. I don't always know what I get. Because, in the house is that he was definitely cased in the house for a while. Okay, we know that. So maybe that's why I felt the need to say that. I never know what I'm saying.
Somewhere. I'm not
He was
sure
lying in
exactly
wait
where,
for sure.
but somewhere lying in wait until ready to make a move.
We know that.
Okay. I know it's called the truce card of Thoth, but let me show you in the Rider Waite study.
This can't be a lying in wait card. Watch.
Because Thoth is powerful. That's why. Any Thoth or tarot readers know that. It does not care if it hurts your feelings.
I always say that about Thoth. That's my saying for the deck.
4 swords.
Lying in wait.
Okay. A little bit of kind of just lying in wait.
And if I'm sniffling, I had the flu real bad this day.
3 swords hang on the wall in the Rider Waite. 3 swords. Heartache. Has been Kaylee's card. Okay. The suffering card.
A target.
They hang on the wall. Planning. Okay. And then eventually we'll pick up a sword. In the Thoth, Crowley does say it can be the sword of truth. It definitely can be powerful, but what the element in itself is destructive. The sword, the Ace of Sword destroys. Okay. But I don't read reversals in Thoth. Some do, I do not.
It doesn't mean they don't happen.
We've got that 3 swords hanging on the wall, meditating on the target.
Almost done, and then we're going to get some stuff about what happened today.
So as we tune in this, I feel a protective
Another
force,
part is
protective
coming
girls.
that's
why they
important.
didn't show their faces, I believe. There was something read, a statement or something. I feel it's an extra precaution is what I'm kind of feeling. Innocence, to explain, roommates have nothing to do with it. But, I know there could still be a little confusion. Let me kind of go ahead and see.
This is important.
Okay, so let me about that 8 of Cups energy. Let me kind of go ahead and look in there.
Let me sum that up because I get a little long, and 8 of Cups is about walking away. They walked away from being killed. They walked away alive. Okay, but they also had to walk away from the house. They had to get the hell out of Dodge. They had to go to a safe space. These roommates, I'm 100% sure, and I knew it then, and I know it now, and it all makes sense, were being protected, especially because one was a witness to a crime. And there's a killer out there, and they cannot take a chance of them coming after them. Okay. So this is all kind of stuff I want to drop knowledge on. And there's so much more I could probably dig. The many things I said when I talked to you guys about these cases. Now, of course, and I know it's tough. I mean, the name, the person, the this and that. Like I said, when I finally read the Elantra, what was in there? I showed you the murder weapon, the knife with the little evidence tag on it that, that energy shows. It was in the car. All kinds of stuff and everything. It's been a crazy day. Let's go ahead and talk about it though. But I just want to show you. But the 412 freaked me out, guys. Sometimes you sit there, and that's why I will do my tarot read, get my thing, and try to get keywords because they can be incredibly important. But when I heard, Xana has really been, I know me and another reader, have really felt something with that one. In other words, her spirit trying to communicate and get messages. I know people, I've talked, and I don't want to bash other people who do it, but I definitely felt it. I couldn't feel Kaylee, I couldn't feel Maddie, I couldn't feel Ethan, but Xana, there were certain things this spirit felt like is trying to give messages. She's very strong. She's a very strong spirit. But anyway, I definitely got the vibe in this energy that did not want any kind of YouTube channeling type of stuff going on of these spirits. Okay, that's just me. Okay, and don't come at me if you're a channeler. I don't want to hear it. I'm not coming at you. I'm not naming you. I'm not Ashley is guiding you guys. I understand why you would want to go directly to the source. Okay, but just my feel impression when I tuned in and some things, I had phenomenon. I was very open with you guys about it. Very, my Kindle opening up and weird shit. Okay, I had some weird phenomenon. also dealing with this, to get messages to you guys, get them out there. Because like I said, maybe somebody sends my YouTube to a cop. Maybe somebody, that's why I put it out there. And sometimes I do it directly myself. I've done that. But, like I said, I got my Justice thing. I got my Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I got my Justice Tarot card. This was a gift. This was actually a gift from my medium friend who is also a Capricorn. She knows who I am. She knows I love this and stuff. But anyway, it's a lot of stuff to take in. Let's go and talk about it a little bit more about what came out today. And I know we're just so shocked and stunned, and we've been wanting justice. But I told you guys from read 1, they will be caught, justice will be served. It won't bring them back, though, of course. Let's go ahead and yes, every time I say murders, burgers comes up. It's crazy. University of Idaho, Murders, and Bryan Kohberger, and Affadavit. Let's talk about it. There it is. It's always... Here we go. I want to find New York. No, that's too old. Sorry. I want to get the stuff today. Nancy Grace is on fire. I'm trying to get the... Hold on, because hopefully... Yeah, let's do this one. Hopefully this is good. WLWT, key takeaways. It was just 4 hours ago. Let's talk about some of the key takeaways from this case. And I know pretty soon I will focus on a why, if at all possible. Maybe I'll do it right now. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just fucking do it. DNA allegedly found on a knife sheath recovered at the scene. This is a hard one. I sat there. I'm not 100% sure. Was it on purpose and he didn't think any DNA was on it, or was it an accident that he left the knife sheen that shows the crowbar in the military type of stuff? That is a hard one for me, because on one end I was like, okay, if he thinks he's so fucking smart, maybe he wants to leave it to make it look like as somebody that was a Marine, and he clearly is not. But then I'm like, maybe he did forget it because it was so chaotic. I feel things did not go according to plan, exactly the way you want it. Okay, but that's... Phone records show the suspect was near the victim's residence numerous times in the month before the killings. Now, I remember somewhere in my channelings I felt Apple Watch, but some of you guys told me maybe he didn't, but Kaylee had one. 2 months after the killings, the University of Idaho murders captivated the country and sowed fear. And yeah, that's what I felt. He enjoyed bringing Moscow to its knees. In the small community of Moscow, Idaho, an affidavit released Thursday, just today, it all drops, offered a first look at the investigative work and went into identifying Bryan Kohberger as their suspect. The 28-year-old, and we know he was 27 at the time of the murders, right? That's a big number, big revelation. PhD student in criminal justice was extradited to Idaho from his home state of Pennsylvania Wednesday. And another thing that was coming up, I felt like living with parents with this weird little thing, and he was found at the parents' house, okay? He obviously, maybe when semesters are over, he goes home, right? Facing 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of burglary, Kohberger. So, see, if there's a burglary there, and that's what a lot of us readers, he took something. Okay, some kind of souvenir, hence burglary. But yeah, broke in too. Kohberger did not enter a plea during his initial court. The suspect was arrested in Pennsylvania December 30th. We all know that. We all know who the victims are. Let's speed it up. Here are key takeaways to court. Here we go. DNA allegedly found on a knife sheath at the crime scene. So we got a sheath, but not the weapon itself. Hey, close enough, right? Trash recovered from the Pennsylvania home of Kohberger's family late last month and sent to the Idaho State Lab for DNA testing. Revealed that the DNA profile obtained from the trash matched a tan leather knife sheath found laying on a bed of one of the victims. It doesn't say which one, apparently, according to the probable cause. We're probably going to assume it was Kaylee and Maddie, though. I'm pretty sure. DNA of the trash identified the male as not being excluded as a biological father, so they tested the father. Here you go. At least 99.9998% of the male population would be expected to be excluded. That's how incriminating it is. DNA was popping up as a thing. Oh yeah, DNA will get you nowadays, guys. But the big bombshell, and yeah, it surprised me. You know, but what did not surprise me is I had already read that the girls, the roommates, were under protection. And I got this female officer presence that anybody goes near them, they die. Period. Roommates saw a figure dressed in black clothing and a mask. And I showed you on that video, I felt the face covered. That the people of the house did not know who this was when they were being murdered. One of the two roommates who was not harmed told investigators she saw a masked man dressed in black in the house the morning of the attack. According to the probable cause affidavit, identified the document as DM. We know that's Dylan, okay? The roommate said she heard crying in the house that morning and a male voice saying, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." That's really weird. DM told investigators she saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask that covered the person's mouth and nose walking toward her, quoting the affidavit. DM described the figure as 5'10" or taller, male, not very muscular, but athletically built with bushy eyebrows. She saw the eyebrows. The affidavit said the male walked past DM as she stood frozen in shock. Okay, you got to remember, guys, these are young, they're young girls too. Now, I know there were people, and there's probably still going to be people who suspect the roommates, because I know how social media is and people are, and the way it is. They're innocent. Okay? And you know, to be in the middle of that, you know, why didn't she call right after we left? Why? I don't know. Doesn't, you know, I could understand to a degree. It would be freaking hard to believe, you know. We don't know the whole thing though, okay? But you know the cops shut that down. But when I do the read, at least that moment, the son is innocent very often for me, just like the son, at least Spirit was trying to say, Jeremy, I had to flesh it out, because I had two different cards in the outcome. Five of Cups, celebration over, okay? You know, and obviously we have three girls. You know, I know it's not perfect with Ethan, but Ethan, of course counts. Two, the upside to the story. Two survivors. The two roommates. That's the upside of the Two of Cups. There's always this is horrible, blood and water spilled. Upside, two remaining survivors. It's in the outcome first read. You can check it out. The male walked towards the back sliding glass door, so now we know he left. DM locked herself in a room after seeing the male. And who knows, I'll be sure, how are I fucking coming out? You know, we don't know. They're young girls. What are they, 20? They're very young. Surveillance video, there we go, pointed to a white sedan. Bam, bam, bam. I see, that's why we didn't all, I know some people are like, I don't know if that Hyundai or whatever, and see, I just said, I don't know, maybe we should keep it open-minded. It could be beyond a Hyundai. Maybe it's because the year was a little bit off. But, you know, once, I don't know, something about seeing that car whizzing by, maybe because the killer is driving it, and my tune changed seeing what that employee at the thing got. And and as soon as I saw it, I said, get up, dust off, do your hair, whatever, you know, not that I could do anything with it, throw some makeup on, and go read that damn Elantra. Okay, Vigo was last seen in the area around the home at the time killings took place. By November 25th, local law enforcement had been notified to be on the lookout for the vehicle. Okay, but it didn't get announced till later. I know that. Days later, officers at nearby Washington State University, where the suspect was a PhD student in criminal justice, identified a white Elantra and found it was registered to Kohberger. So they knew a long time ago. They were watching that son of a bitch. He thought he was smart. How smart you feel now in jail, motherfucker? Kohberger's driver's license information was consistent with the description the unharmed roommate gave investigators. I just, you know, the roommates, these are young girls, remember. And I know there was these weird ski masks and all this weird, whatever. I knew they were innocent. White Elantra at the pen, or at least felt it in my heart. If people don't want my certainty, I'm just saying the sun is usually my go-to. Kohberger received a new license plate. Now see that you received a new license plate for his Elantra 5 days after the killings. 5 days. The affidavit said, citing records from Washington State Department of Licensing. Cheers to you. Boy, sure a lot of fingers pointing to the moon. At the time of Kohberger's arrest last week, a white Elantra was found at his parents' house. Absolutely. I see, that's why, when I do my astro chart read today, if you guys watched it, check it out. I try to talk, for any astrology aficionados, hopefully you appreciate. I'm a little rusty on my astrology. It's still good enough, but just a wee bit rusty. But anyway, with the dad energy, I feel maybe manipulated because the dad was talking about a shooting, and I feel that maybe, hey, there's a shooting in the area, Dad. Can you fly here so we can drive this Elantra? I'm just not feeling safe. I don't know. I just feel some manipulation. Okay. At the time of Kohberger's arrest last week, a white Elantra was found at his parents' house. We know that. Suspect's phone used at least a dozen times near the student's residence. Wow. Now, I know ground zero, I talked about cell phone records. I definitely was thinking of Kaylee, but looks like dropping knowledge about this too. Phone records, yep, there it is, 12 times. And there's that, I know, what's my number? 12. Yeah, you're not wrong. There's probably some 12 energy there, okay? All these occasions, except for one, occurred in the late evening and early morning hours of the respective days. Additionally, records show Kohberger's phone was near the murder scene, 1122 King Road, between 9:12, there's 12 again, and 9:21. So he was circulating even around 9-something hours after the killings. So what was he doing? What was he looking for? Still, questions remained. Nearly 2 months after the killings, however, a number of questions remain unanswered. It's unclear why the unharmed roommate did not immediately call 911. Was she in shock, freaked out, scared? We don't know. And I know this is, I know it's going to raise social media suspicions. And are they connected? And are they, I know it's going to do it. Dylan is not behind the shit, guys. Okay, give me a break. He's at another school. He's quite a bit older. There. Don't do it. Don't go there. Okay? I'm sure the cops, now you all should know, left no stone unturned. If they were connected or friends or buddies, they would know it. The motive for the crime also remains a mystery, and police have said they are looking for the murder weapon. And that's why sagebrush. Now, I know, somebody commented on one of my videos. In Pullman, Washington, there is a sagebrush lane. And also on the way, there is sagebrush in this little journey somewhere. So I just had this feel maybe it's tossed out a window. Hey, look, if I've been right about a few things, I'm not saying I was right about it all. Maybe it is tossed in some sagebrush. But I'm pretty sure he got rid of that freaking knife. But it was in the car. And I said that in the Elantra read. The weapon was in that car. Whoever was driving it is the killer. I was firm on that. Doctors released Thursday shed no light on whether Kohberger had any other reason to be in the area at the time of killings. Why wasn't Kohberger arrested until more than 6 weeks after the victim? I thought maybe, they're probably trying to gather the, everything so that he never gets out again. I'll give him that. Trying to get every little bit of evidence. All of it. The good thing, though, at least that we know of, right? But I'm pretty sure that, before could do it again. A lot of us felt if he is not caught, it's going to happen again. He's just going to want to, and it's possible they're saying maybe he was on Reddit, Facebook groups under other accounts, because that's what they do. Okay, so we've got, let me just, it's crazy stuff, guys. Give me a moment. Bryan Kohberger affidavit. Let's do that. Let me see if there's anything else we're missing here. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's all on New York Times. Let's see if we can flesh out some of it. Hopefully I don't have to pay for it because New York Times. Oh God, it's probably going to be a million miles long. Yeah, November 13th at approximately 4 p.m. Moscow Police Department, Sergeant Blaker, and I responded to King Road hereafter. Okay. Oh, 4 p.m. Sorry. That's when people started doing the forensics. Walked up there to the second floor. I don't think I want to read the whole grossness, but let me just... Found Xana's driver's license. Saw body. Her laying on the floor, deceased with wounds which appeared to have been caused by an edged weapon. And then there was a male, Ethan. And I really feel Ethan tried to defend and tried to stop and did his best. And I've always felt Ethan throws it off. Now, all this whole thing, it looks like dated. Okay, that's dated December 15th. Sharp force injuries. Let's just, it's going to be big. If you want to read it, it's on the New York Post. Entered a bedroom, 2 females in a single bed in the room. Both Gonsalves and Mogan were deceased with visible stab wounds. Later noticed what appeared to be that tan leather knife thing. Luckily, there was some DNA on it. Good. It was next to Mogan's right side. Just kind of, let me just scan. Like I said, you can read it all. Based on numerous interviews conducted by MPD officers, ISP detectives, and FBI, here was a review of findings. On the evening of November 12, Chapin and Kernodle are seen by BF at a Sigma house. Okay, so he saw him there. Okay, November 12th. So apparently he's there. But I don't think they're the target. BF also stated that Chapin did not live in King. Gonsalves and... oh, wait, no, BF is someone else. What am I thinking? Sorry. Okay. Kohberger. BK. I'm sorry. This is someone else. Oh, maybe that's... Okay, that's the other one. Gonsalves and Mogan were at a local bar, the Corner Club. We know that. Video footage, approximately 1:30 a.m. They can be seen in video by a local food vendor in the grub truck. We know that. They're all on video. We were all concerned about Hoodie, but maybe Hoodie was feeling needs to protect him, you know? He still had some bizarre behavior, but it's all over. DM and BF, that's the 2 roommates, made statements during interviews indicate the occupants of King Road residence were home by everybody's about home by 2 a.m. and asleep or at least in their rooms. Obviously, there were some calls. Exception to Kernodle, who received a DoorDash order. So she got a DoorDash at 4 a.m. So right at 4 a.m. And then apparently there was a TikTok at 4:12. 4:12. That's real important. I know that's important because the number came. Yep, there it is. 4:12. Oh, you guys, you don't understand. Sometimes when something is dead to the minute, it freaks you out as a reader. Okay, and I've always felt, and I want to be careful with this as I say it, but I love them all like they're my own. But something about Xana has always been very different and special to me, and I've had a lot of respect. I definitely got a message. Don't channel me on YouTube. I don't want that, but still was trying to drop messages. I feel this young one was spiritual, but there was something about her spirit. If you watch my video when I talk about the target, a less than 8-minute video, the card that always shows for her is 5 of Pentacles, especially in Light Seers. Maybe feel her spirit. But it's like, I'm not going to the other side until this is done. The other ones, I felt, I couldn't feel them. But this one, you know, and me and another reader both felt her. Okay. So, the fact that 412, and that's the number it comes to me, you know, was it her directly giving it to me or a spirit? I don't know. But that's dead on. And I just showed it to you. She used the TikTok app at 4:12 a.m. It doesn't mean she made a video. She may have just been watching it, right? DM stated that she looked out of her bedroom but did not see anything when she heard comment about someone being in the house. DM, so somebody out there. DM stated she opened the door a second time when she heard what she thought was crying coming from Colonel's room. DM then said she heard a male saying something, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." See, that's kind of a weird fucking statement. You know, help with what, motherfucker? You know. 417, a security camera at the residence to the northwest picked up a distorted audio, what sounded like voices or a whimper, followed by a loud thud. A dog can be heard barking. Remember the dog. The dog, we've all talked about it. This dog Murphy is somehow, you know, that's a big thing. Maybe his barking may be even more significant, you know, to help with evidence than we realize. I think we've always felt something with the dog. Okay, a security camera is less than 50 feet from the west wall of Colonel's bedroom. DM stated she opened the door for the third time after she heard the crying and saw a figure clad in black clothing and a mask. Like you saw me. The face was covered. There's another video somewhere in there, in among the many. I do pull a card which shows a mask, and that affirmed what I felt. Okay, it's from the Murder Mystery deck, guys. It's a good little deck. If anybody wants to read true crime and stuff, let me give props to the creator real quick. Let me just take a moment. I keep not giving it to you. Hold on 1 second. Give me just 1 second. It's only fair. It's a good deck. Etsy and Murder Mystery Oracle deck. Can't even say it right. Here it is. Is this the one? Hopefully I'm gonna... let me get you the name of the creator. Hold on 1 second. Give me a moment. No. Oh my god. Murder Mystery Oracle deck. Here it is. Is that the one? There's a deck I got my eye on. Yeah, there it is. So it looks like it's either creator or seller, one or the other. If you go to Etsy, it's only $30. They're called Swear, like swearing words, Swear Tarot. You can get the deck. I got it within seconds. I mean, they delivered quickly. It's been a very good deck, and it just nails things. It's good condition. But let me just show you it. This is what I like to use. So Swear Tarot on Etsy. Let me give props because the deck is very, very good. Okay, but yeah, there's another one I got my eye on, but it's like $100 deck. You know, I'm on the edge of getting it, and let me just show you guys. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. True Crime Tarot decks. You know, is this the one? No, that's another one. Hold on, which one is this? But you know, you gotta feel it when you get a deck. But yeah, okay, there's some... Oh, this might be a good one, guys. Projected media... Yeah, that's not exactly... That's not... That could be... Oh, no, that's karmic relationships. Hold on. Give me a moment. Where is it? Let me do it again. I'll show you the one I'm thinking about. True Crime Tarot decks at sea. I know it's a $100 deck. Damn it, just show it to me. Why is it so hard to show it? It kept popping up today. I don't know why it's the problem. Oh, so rude. Hold on. Let's try this. Give me a moment. Now I'm getting mad. I'll get back to it, guys. I promise. I just want to show you this deck, the one I have my eye on. But no, it's tarot. Like I said, that is the the deck. Okay, and then oracle to back it up. But I do not recommend. I do not recommend trying to do true crime with only oracle type of decks. Okay. Now I know there are some people who design their own decks. If they've been doing it for a real long time and there's an energy and a bond, okay, but not everybody has that. And now I can't find the deck. They may have sold it. They only had one copy left. They only had one copy left. Like this one here. This is another one that says sold. That's rude. Oh, no, that's something else. Okay, they must have sold it. But, yeah, there was one I was looking at. I swear to God, I almost bought it today. And it's a deck, and it's about $100 deck, and I was very tempted. Oh, I think I found it. Oh my God, did I find it? Oh, it's on a website. Hold on. Oh no, this is another one I found. I'm thinking about it. This is called True Crime and Conspiracy deck, and it's like $98. And this one doesn't look bad either. It's only got a few reviews, but I was checking it out. She's got some pictures, and it doesn't look bad. I may go and take a chance and get that deck. And this one is called ALYCIAWicker.com, AliciaWicker.com. So I'll give a plug. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it. As long they better take PayPal because I want my ship protected. It says only 2 available. Oh well, girl, I might have to get it. I am seriously considering getting this deck. But the only thing is, Etsy I trust a little bit more. This is hers. What protection do I have? So I would have to look into it. If I gotta only use it depends. It depends. I have to be able to use my own thing. But that is a nice looking little deck, what she's got there. Anyway, okay, let me go back. I just wanted to go back there. Oh my God. I know, I just want to show you guys some stuff. Now I don't know where the article is. Hold on, let me do it again. Bryan Kohberger, New York Post. Hold on. Hold on. But yeah, there's just a lot of knowledge there. Oh my God, we're at an hour, guys. I know you're obsessed as I am. I knew it was, I swear to God. Here we go. Oh, hold on. There's something else in this one. Hold on. 13 crucial minutes, a timeline of how the University of Idaho's murders unfolded. Oh, you guys freaking. Let's look at this one. This is New York Post. An updated timeline, University of Idaho murders. So this is updated. I know it freaks me out too. I mean, we knew 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is still significant because the call stopped. Okay. I definitely felt wait till the lights go off. So see, now that we know that this Uber guy comes about 4, okay, maybe he didn't expect Uber to come, oh shit, maybe we're going in, Uber. Okay, just saying. Before the police affidavit was made public Thursday, officials said they believe the 4 students were slain between 3 and 4, but now we know it's looking like after 4. That shocked me too. I still wrote 3 a.m., but, maybe because of the news. But it was also learned the affidavit that police now believe Kernodle was still alive at 4:12 a.m. And then that, like I said, that moment, 412. That it's very upsetting. As phone records indicate she was using TikTok. Like I said, doesn't mean she was making a video. I do that too. Sometimes I scroll TikTok just looking at cat shit. Like cats and things. Just cuz. I wake up in the middle of the night. Let me wake up, go to the bathroom and check my, just to entertain myself for a moment. It's tough stuff, guys. Let's go. Okay. Here's a chilling breakdown of what happened at the beginning of 4 a.m. And it chills me too, guys. I know sometimes, and I'm not trying to, I'm no victim. These are the victims. But sometimes when things hit that hard, you do that. I'm going to put out there, I'm going to do what I can to put any kind of info out there that could help anybody. But sometimes when you see it, all kind of unfold, it does kind of shake you. It does shake you. Let's talk about it though. These are the ones. Hold on. The read more button. I always hate that read more button. 4 a.m. According to slain student roommates, all the victims were asleep. Like I said, I feel he waited for the lights to go off. Yep. But Coronado received a DoorDash food order at the residence. Did she come to the door, though? That I don't know if that answers. It would be the last contact any of the victims would have with someone before they were killed. So did she actually go retrieve the food, or did it sit outside the door? You know how DoorDash is. They drop it at the door. That's what, you don't always answer the door. Around the same time, roommate Dylan Mortensen, identified as DM, said she heard what sounded like Nicole was playing with her dog in the third floor bedroom. Mortensen lived on the first floor. Moments later, Mortensen told police she was awoken when she thought she heard Goncalves. There's someone in here. So that makes me feel in here, in my room. Talking to Maddie. Mortensen said she opened the bedroom door after hearing that someone might be in the house but didn't see anyone. All the lights were probably off. I'm going to go and suspect between 4 and 4:12 a.m. 4:12. Mortensen opened her door and looked around a second time after she thought she heard crying from Coronato's room. She told police she heard a male voice. "It's okay, I'm here to help you." Police said the voice also could have been Coronado. Cellular records showed she was using TikToks around 4:12 a.m. This is the last person. I guess they're saying, "It's okay, I'm here to help you." Could have been coming off of TikTok. That's a possibility, because it is a weird thing. It's hard to see this Bryan Kohberger saying that. 4:17, we know Murphy barks. Stored audio, a whimper, a loud thud. The loud thud, I'm immediately my mind makes me feel Ethan. Okay, a dog in the victim's home can be heard barking, beginning at 4:17. 4:17 to 4:20. That's 3 minutes. Mortensen told police she opened a door for the third time at an unspecified time after hearing crying when she had a bone-chilling encounter with a masked figure. I showed you guys in the video. I felt he was masked. Clad figure in black clothing. Believed to be the killer. She described the figure as a man about 5'10" and so forth. Intruder who Mortensen said did not know, but she noticed those bushy eyebrows. Okay. Walked right past her while she stood frozen in shock. Did he see her? Did he not care? Did he want to... See, I wonder, did he want to leave someone a witness? Like, okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Maybe he liked her. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was nice to her a long time ago. Or she was nice to him, I should say. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm only just... maybe she did something nice for him once and she doesn't know. Like, they worked in restaurants. They did things. As the man headed towards the back sliding glass door, Mortensen locked herself in the bedroom, and the murderer left the scene. And then, of course, let's just jump. The combination of Mortensen's statements to law enforcement, reviews of forensic downloads of records. Okay. A white Hyundai Elantra, believed to be different. We know it was driven by Kohberger, departed the area, speeding off at 4:20 a.m. Police have said they believe the crimes could have been carried out up till 4:25 a.m. So let's look at that 4 energy. It's there. And then here we go. 5:25 a.m. after appearing to take a roundabout way home, the white car was caught on 5 cameras. Oh, you're just a smart motherfucker. You went to school for all these years. You're so fucking smart. Son of a bitch. WSU police later identified the Hyundai. Last spotted on camera 5:27 a.m. that day. Just kind of looking. Yep, number 1. There's still one perpetrator. I've said it all along. Pluto, death. We talked about that. Scorpio. But Libra. Libra can also represent, this is the planet that rules the justice card. Balance, justice. That's what I rolled. Okay, and there's his fucking face. I don't even want to show it. He's a fucking asshole. We know it's him. And I know people are like, well, innocent until proven guilty. I got the justice card on, but I'm technically not a judge. This was her job, not mine. I'm a tarot reader. But no, once they're brought in and you've got all this evidence, and you can pretty safely say, I don't think he can sue me for defamation. Okay, this is a little different animal, guys. So there's evidence here, okay? He was extradited. If something told me to put on his shirt, I it's like, oh yeah, it's justice. He was extradited to Idaho and all that. So anyway, that's the story, guys. Like I said, my friend literally, I don't think she was thinking about the University of Idaho murders when she bought that. She was thinking of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was probably one of the most amazing Supreme Court justices that ever sat on the bench. She bought this for me, and it's justice. It is the justice card. She was a Libra she was a Pisces. What am I saying? But no, Judge Judy is the Libra. That's right. Don't. She is the Pisces, but Judge Judy is the Libra, who's also another one of my heroes. I'm sorry, but she was all about justice, and there she is holding the scale and the swords of truth. And it was just kind of funny, and I sat there looking at it, because I was like, I need to get up and kind of drop some knowledge, some of the little things that are kind of connecting with the reads that, you guys, you watch me do. And something about my friend, my Capricorn friend, my medium friend, my psychic friend bringing me this shirt. This was my Christmas present. Okay, I gave her my couch, and I should have done that. I should have, because she's my friend. It's okay. But when my daughter and I moved in here, I know this has nothing to do with the university. I'm just saying, you know how I share, guys. She had in storage for a few years. She paid for that storage because when her dad died, there were things she wanted to keep. Understandable. But her friends had given her this big brown sectional. Now, I had a very comfy couch. I mean, it was really nice. But it wasn't very expensive, so it's okay. But, I opted, the kid has paid for 4 years for a storage. Okay, we'll keep the sectional and just deal with it. It's ugly, and it's incredibly uncomfortable. And I told the kid, she died laughing, I said, when I lay here, I said, this feels like a torture device that Christians would try to get women to confess they are a witch. It is that painful. Like, you lay on it, I had to get a memory foam wedge. I mean, I'm ready. Okay, I'm a witch. It's that painful. So today I said, you know what? I got my Amazon account. I got a nice account. I can finance 12 months for a year. I sat there and took my time, and I found myself a good reclining sofa love seat, thing. Pretty good deal. I'm going to have her boyfriend drag it in the house and put it together to save, because Ashley Furniture is a bunch of assholes, and other places. It's a pretty good price. I checked it out. Good reviews. The torture device is out of here in about 2 weeks and stuff. So anyway, it's just, I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I mean, I literally, anytime I want to lay there, watch TV, watch my YouTube's movies, 90 Day Fiancé, and it's so, if I wake up, I'm like, oh my God. It's like if I could have slept on the floor and been more comfortable. No. Bryan Kohberger is cut, and hopefully he will be way more comfortable in jail than any of us could be, even when I'm on my torture device. Okay? But it was some serious stuff coming through today. But yeah, I mean, did it surprise me that somebody saw? Yes and no. Yes, in a sense that, wow, this is new knowledge. But no, in a sense that when I did that read, the one thing I knew, I definitely knew, as nobody has seen the roommates, right? And I know people are like, Dylan's a bad guy. I don't think I didn't have people come into my business page or my email saying, I don't feel right about Dylan. I just, and guys, I understand. This was one of those things, especially when people got little ski masks and taking photos. I get you, I understand you, but this is different, okay? But no, I felt the roommates were innocent, but I felt they were being protected. I felt, just like I said, that Queen of Swords, and she holds the head. There is some tarot decks where the Queen of Swords holds someone's head. Like, you weren't coming near these girls. Okay, they if they would have been out and about, where and nobody knows exactly who or what. something could have happened to them. That was a real thing. They had to protect them. And I don't know, maybe they will come out and speak a little later, but not with the gag order. Now, of course, we know Ashley is not gagging. There was a pretty funny, it's not funny. She's such a, but there is a video in there somewhere. I'm not going to taint this video with her garbage, but she was talking about how because she's a witness to a crime as a spiritual reader, that if anybody comes at her and she's a witness and does witness intimidation, she can sue them. And I think I made a comment on, somebody had posted the video, and I said basically everybody on TikTok is a witness to a crime, and that's you defaming an innocent woman. Rebecca Schofield had nothing to do with it. So we could go there. Let's all of TikTok sue Ashley Gillard, not just Rebecca Schofield, and stuff, because, hey, you're telling us to back off, and we're basically a witness to a crime. The whole world is. And unfortunately this, but little Dylan, I can't imagine. These girls, they have to grow up. They have to live with this the rest of their life. Obviously, though, the parents. Okay, this is just above and beyond. And I could see the shock. Just imagine what the roommates felt. That could have been me. That could have been me. Why he walks by? Did he see her? Was he seeing red? Did he I'll let that one live? Did he kind of she's never been mean to me? Not that the others necessarily were, or maybe she was once nice to him and she doesn't even know. Okay, maybe he looked her. No, I don't feel anything against that one. We never know. Choose. But if you watch my Astro, when I kind of talk about, and we'll read cards on them later, but I just wanted to get this out there. I'm not ready yet. I'm going to go, it's about, is it 9:30? Oh, Jesus. I'm going to get some sleep. This is something I've been very sleep deprived. I'm going to have this wine, watch a few YouTubes and see what else everybody says. I would like to finish watching Plunder. Check out Plunder, though. She's very good. I really like her. I'm very respectful. I like her voice. I like Iqbal's voice, but he puts me to sleep. Now, it doesn't, not that he's boring. You know what Iqbal reminds me of? Iqbal, when I listen to him, I know people don't listen to the radio much anymore, but when you're older, those late night DJs, maybe they're about 12 at night, and they just got that real smooth late night DJ sound that you kind of fall asleep listening to them. They play maybe some smooth R&B music, just some kind of slow music, maybe some slow romantic music. That's what he reminds me of. So every time I listen to Iqbal talking, I want to hear what he has to say. He has some good shows, but he knocks me out because he's got that old school late night DJ sound to his voice. I swear he's reincarnated somebody from the back in the day. I'm telling you, he's in a past life. He did it. He was probably up there, midnight, 1 a.m. playing music in a radio somewhere, I don't know, or maybe in a parallel reality. All right, you guys have a good one. It was a heck of a day. I just wanted to kind of drop some knowledge and show you guys that I know there's more to come. This story is just beginning to unravel. This is definitely not the end. I mean, no matter what, he'll never get out of jail, guys. Don't worry. He'll be prosecuted. We'll inevitably read the case. I'm not quite ready yet. Tomorrow is, by the way, it is full moon in Cancer. I know people don't want to hear about Cancer moon right now, but it's okay. We'll be all right. But how's that motherfucker going to be sitting in jail? I know. Smug as hell, I'm sure. But that's okay. You all have a wonderful, wonderful night and weekend.